Welcome to a brand new series on CSS animation. So in this series we are going to learn about the cool CSS animations. So before learning about CSS animation, we have to do the basic setup. So some of the basic setup I have already done. So what I had done, I had created a folder CSS animation. In that I have index.html, style.css, and this cloud image also I have got this cloud image, and index.html, style.css is completely blank. Index.html, I have linked the style sheet, and it has got a div of wrapper and an image cloud png. So it is showing like this right now. So now let's go to our styles.css, and here let us add the basic thing: body, background is light blue, yeah, text align is center, wrapper with this 100%, padding is 20 px, and box sizing is border box. So the padding and everything is removed. So after that, now what we are going to do, we are going to learn we are going to learn about the transform. So transform is a two-dimensional transform which is applied to the element through the transform property. So the transform property have got many other properties like translate, text, and other things. So we will going to learn about the translate first. So let us target this img. This img we are going to target img transform and translate. See, it is giving us all these things. So we are going to learn about translate x. So translate x means on the x-axis. X-axis means axis which is like this, like horizontal axis, x-axis. So 120px I'm going to give. We save it and see it is moving for 120px, and the same thing moving 120px on the x-axis. So if I give minus 120px, then see what will happen. It will, this is the center, and this will make move minus 120px. So we can move along the y-axis also, y-axis, and 120px. So actually it moves up and down. So y, and if I give this minus, see it's move, it and moving up. So we can give both of them with one property known as translate. So first one is x and second one is y. So let me do 120px comma 220px. So let me save it. So it is moving along both of the axes. So the next thing which we are going to learn is another type of transform, means which is known as scale. Scale, we are going to, again it has got the x property, scale x. So it takes one parameter, 1.5. so this means it will scale on the x-axis by 1.5. so it is making it bigger by 1.5. so similarly on the, let me make it as y, and let me make it half. So it will shrink on the y-axis to 1.5. So one thing, let me show, not like this. See, CSS comments are like this. This is the original image. See what will happen when I will give transform scale y.5. It will squeeze from the top. The y-axis will be same. So this is what scale does. Then after that, as usual, we can have both of them at the same time. Like we are doing 2.5, we are making it larger 2.5, and in the y we are decreasing it by 0.5, so it will stretch like this. So the next thing we are going to do is the rotate property. So the rotate property rotates the element along whatever we gave it. So rotate x, rotate x, and it takes degree. Suppose 80 deg I will give. So it is seeming like it is smaller, but what it does along the x-axis, it is, you can view it as a 3D thing. So it rotates it, so the human eyes, when it looks, it seems like smaller, but it is actually rotating it along the x-axis. So similarly, if you rotate along the y-axis, suppose 85 degree, so it will rotate along the, you can think in a 3D view, it will rotate around the y-axis by 85 degree. So, and there is a z or a z axis also, and suppose it is an 85, so it will rotate around the z axis, x, y, and z. So this rotate is in the 3D view. So you have to think it like, visualize it like this. So we can also chain all these three property together. So let us chain all of them. Rotate is minus 85 degree. Let have a translate y, which is used to move the position, 200 px, scale 1.5. So all of these three are been done. So let us go back and we will create a circle here. Div dot circle, a class of circle, and then text will be there which will say hover me. Let me save it. So this is there. We don't want it anymore. Let me do it. Yeah, it is like this. So let us make a circle first. Perfect circle. Circle width of 100 px, padding of 50 px 0, line height of 0, margin of 60 px auto, background of pink, color of white, border radius of 50 px. Yeah, it is perfect circle because it is with 100 px and 50 px is 50%. Cursor is pointer, Yeah, so it is working fine. Now we will add a hover to it. So how do we add a hover? Like this pseudo class background will change, let it change to salmon color. So this series 3 have all this live nice colors name also, which we can use. Transform of which we have just learned. Rotate, will rotate 360 tick 360 degree. So it is rotating 360 degree, and now what we need to do, we need to have a transition property. So what is this transition property do? The hover state will be smoothly transited. So tran, so it does in a hurry. So this transition means that 1 second, let me do this. Hover, see, it is rotating this but in a slow way. So this is how it is working. And now what we are going to do, we are going to have a background 1 second comma transform 0.3 second. So the background will be changed in 1 second and transform will be in 3.3 second. Let me save it. I don't want it so big. So see, it is changing the background in 1 second and transform in 0.3 second. So we can control both of that also. So the background should be, see what we are doing here in the hover, there are actually two property, one is background and one is transform. So background should be changed in 1 second and the transform should be changed in 0.3 seconds. So transform speed we have increased, so transform is doing quickly. So this is what it is meant. So now let us go back and we remove this. We want both of them at the same time. So we can have another thing like 1 sec. You will see this a lot, is in 0.8 second. So let me save it. So let me come here. So what does this means? 1 second is in 0.1 second means that a transition will be for one whole second. A transition will be for one whole second, and with the function ease in. So ease in is a different type of function, and with the delay of 0.8 seconds. So after 0.8 second it will start. So there are some other transition timing function which I will put in the description of this video. So like ease is there, linear is there, ease in we have just seen, ease out is there, and ease in out. So you can try all of them after this. So thank you for watching this part 1. See you soon.